Well, Mark and Ted, we've finally got an interview with both you, and it's another victory for the Stags. A 2-0 victory over Romford on a day where we've gained on a few teams in the league. We'll touch on that in a minute. But just, Mark, sum up today's performance at 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗧 Park.
I think we Ted sets us up on a midfield rotation, and I think they worked very hard in the first half, Romford, and we found it hard to break through, and they go up front, pushing, holds the ball up well. It was just about managing it and keep on the pitch like this, where it's a lot quicker than the 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗧 pitch. It does fly through, even though we played in. We chose to go into the wind, didn't we, first half, see if we can manage it, but by that we shortened it up, and they were dangerous, especially set pieces. They were looking for the flick on, where we could have probably scored 2 or 3. All of a sudden, long ball over the top, strikers got in front, and luckily for us, it came off the post. But then, again, it's that kind of what we said before the game. It's controlling the game, creating the chances, not scoring them. And then obviously we get the first, we get the second, and obviously we've done what we wanted to do into the wind. Now it's game management second half. We said something before the game, didn't we? For the first 45 minutes in a lot of these games, you are the better side. You're playing really well. In the second half, you're letting that, a lot of games recently, we're just coming off the edge a little bit. We're not keeping that same consistency. And like we said to them, just keep it short. And as much as we should have scored more goals, I thought we managed it well.
Well, Ted, something that's important today is the squad rotation. Obviously, just somebody mentioned, just looking at our 11, that players like Nathan and Marco are able to come in and sort of provide attacking sources. So I think today just showed that although we don't have the biggest squad in the league, it does help having those options, attack and defence as well.
Yeah, the main thing for us with bringing Marco and Nathan in now, we have a bit more depth coming off the bench. We know the quality of both Marco and Nathan, and they've proved since they've come in, they're both hit the ground running. As much as even Nathan hasn't scored yet, we can create some new opportunities. They ball straight into open play. So yeah, it helps having these new players come in. I think it was needed. We was working on about a 17-man squad. Not that we have a massive squad now, but yeah, having them two gives us more depth off the bench, which is really helpful.
Well, final things then. A cup game against Tuesday, yet another cup against 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗧, which is always going to be a tough game at Rolling Lane. So just a message to the fans as we try to sort of, as our final 8 games or 7 games, which is now, I think, of the season, just trying to pack out Rolling Lane as much as we can.
Yeah, look, Tuesday's going to be a different game. We had the cup final last week. That was great for the club and all that. Would it be good to get through to the semi-final? It would, but we had to take priorities, and that priority now, like it's been all season, as Ted would say, we're just getting the playoffs. So we said to them just now, as much as yes, we may have gained on others, the most important games coming up is the Brentford game and the Athletic 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗧. So our message to the fans is, look, stick with us. We'll try and play as much football as we can, but we have to manage it, and that's a big job for me and Ted. Yeah.
Well, Ted, final things then, just from you. Today, obviously, we look at the table. Ilford, Little Oakley, 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗧 and Seoul at the end of their game did drop points. So it was a massive game coming in today off the back of a disappointing defeat in cup action, but we showed today that we are up there this season.
Yeah, it just shows that when you look at today's results, that anyone can beat anyone in this league. So when you come to the games like this, teams doing the bottom table, we still have to make sure we're at our best, otherwise we just slip up, as today has proven. So we need to make sure we go into every game treated as they're always if they're a cup final, and then hopefully make sure we win the playoffs in the season.
Well, gents, thank you for your time. We'll see you at home on Tuesday.
Cheers, H. Cheers.